It doesn't look like she's improved that much. She has actually improved immensely, so congrats to her. Let's see how this ends up.
One thing you're going to see from Zoe Wang is just the power. She kind of modeled her game after Ben Johns, originally from Taiwan. She was training with Ben kind of when she was first getting into the sport here in the U.S. And you just see a lot of Ben Johns in her game. She has a great one-handed flick that you're going to see her, use on her volleys, but a lot of power. Lea Jansen, obviously, great ball control, and she's really able to use, all of the 20x44.
Yeah.
So some contrasting styles here we're going to see.
Wow, that's a wicked passing shot by Zoe Wang on her forehand side. Just look at this.
We just talk about the power, just effortless power.
Inside out forehand, just wicked. If you're Lea Jansen, there's just not much you can do there with that. Usually it takes people, a couple points to just get settled into the match. So you'll see a little bit of, a couple of uncharacteristic, unforced errors by all the pros, generally speaking.
0-1. That's 2. Let's go.
That's a great point there from Jansen. And one thing that I've been seeing from Lea Jansen over the past few months, she's really starting to add those slices from the baseline into her game. I don't think she used to do that super frequently. And so I just think she's not afraid to kind of try and outgrind Wang from the baseline.
Yeah, I mean, if I was Zoe Wang at that point and I saw Lea slice that back in, I would have approached the kitchen line, try to close off the court a little bit.
Right. Because it looks like Jansen not wanting to be the initial aggressor because she has so much respect for the power that Wang is able to generate on those passing shots.
Totally.
And that one called out from Jansen, just Wang confirming the call. Bit of a late call. No issue there. Quick 3-1 lead for Lea Jansen.
3-1. Yeah, let's go. Let's go, Lea. Two nine. 4-1.
Really, really good one-handed flick, as you were talking about earlier, Will, coming from Zoe Wang into that lob and very well executed overhead. That pronation, it's a good pronation.
Here we go. Tennis term. Just see, it's really effortless, that backhand. She just gets so much power, so much spin on it, and so much depth. And it's a pretty compact swing.
Yeah.
She's not, overhitting it or anything. It's very impressive from Zoe.
2-4.
Both of these players were actually competing here at Brookhaven Country Club for the Major League Pickleball playoffs last week, over the weekend. Jansen for the New York Hustlers and Zoe Wang for the Las Vegas Night Owls.
These players have been on a pickleball grind.
Oh, totally. It's been a long week for both of these players. I know speaking with Lea a few days ago, I know she was doing a few clinics around the grounds as well. So full-time pickle for sure, not just playing matches, but fulfilling the obligations of a pro and being someone that people can look up to as well.
3-4.
Oh my gosh.
So much power in that forehand.
1 minute.
And we do get a timer in game 1. She'll look to continue. That one stays in on that baseline. Nice pressure there from Zoe.
5-4.
Oh,
What I like about Zoe is she's able to keep the ball so deep in the court. You know, a lot of her volleys and stuff, she's redlining, right? So she's really going for those low margins. It's in her budget to go for those low margins though, but she does not sacrifice a short ball, not one time. See how her putaways are deep, her volleys are deep, her flicks are deep, her returns are deep, everything is very deep, and that's good. Is it going to cause some errors? Sure, but is it in the budget in singles? Absolutely.
An awesome point from Nick, and also an awesome point there from Lea Jansen, that beautiful forehand angle. But I think, you know, you talk about the depth on those putaways from Zoe, it's almost the complete opposite of what we saw from Michael Lloyd, who's utilizing a lot of drop volleys kind of on his backhand. But no, that depth just makes it so difficult for your opponent to get back.
Absolutely. And you can see that return was kind of short. She came into the kitchen, there was just too much court for Lea to pick from, you know. So that's why it's very, very important to make sure your returns are deep.
But what I like to do is I like to talk through it. Okay, I have Riley challenging the line. Because when the first challenge I had on CC.
Wow, really good. Ball out of strength for Zoe Wang.
That drop volley enabled. It was important for Zoe not to move to cover the middle too early, because then Lea potentially could have gone up the line.
Yeah,
she just waited for Lea to go cross court, took the one step over, finishes that one with ease.
That's why they're pros.
One of the many reasons.
One of the many reasons.
But I want you to see what my process is in case and confirm it.
Beautiful volley. And you mentioned how she modeled some of her game after Ben Jones. We just saw in that last match that Ben was playing against Michael Lloyd how he also hits that backhand slice. And so seems like she sort of mimicked that from Ben Jones.
Backhand, it's just an effortless slice volley. You're not over-hitting it, really just using the pace of your opponent to change the direction and get the short angle.
Did he get overturned?
5-6.
Rarely overturn a line unless it is blatantly bad.
Let's go!
Really good pressure by Lea Jansen, being able to hit a great return and coming into the kitchen right away.
Kind of all started with a shorter return there from Zoe. Just the third shot was...
Oh, the third shot, yeah.
Third shot was attackable for Lea.
Nice serve.
Great, we're right on that baseline.
I have bad bunions. Wish they'd disappear.
Lapiplasty.
Sup? Future me? And no bunions! How?
Lapiplasty. Lapiplasty corrects bunions at the source, meaning you're back in sneakers in weeks. Lapiplasty. Weeks! The future of bunion surgery is here. Learn more at lapiplasty.com. Risks include infection, pain, and loss of correction.
It's really about doing it intentionally and making a smart decision based off of where your previous shot was.
Oh, yeah.
And it's also about not missing returns, as we see Zoe do there. That is also a great way to not win a singles match.
The main thing is for them to keep the ball in the court longer than the other person.
Astute analysis from us too there. It's 8-6 here for Jansen.
Talk about quality ball striking. I mean, that was in Lea's budget to hit that forehand. I think she just didn't hit the center of the paddle there, not getting enough spin. End up at the bottom of the net.
That one just a bit long. From Wang, we've seen just a few errors from the baseline from Zoe.
Goes back to what I was saying about her just wanting to really put a lot of pressure on the baseline. Everything's deep for her. Notice how she hits everything super deep. She doesn't want Lea to come in to the kitchen line. For that reason.
There you go.
Exactly. We see Jansen all over the kitchen line, able to cover it so well. of that lateral movement, being able to anticipate where Zoe's going to try and go with those shots. Opens up a 3-point advantage here, threatening to take game 1.
9-6. Big serve.
That's really good serve by Lea
Third or
Jansen.
fourth, maybe missed return that we've had.
When do you start using
Game point.
the square
Another missed return. That is going to shut the door.
All those stats don't lie. It's about consistency and making sure you can execute, because pickleball, anything can happen.
That's why we love it.
That's why we love it.
Go, Lea.
I think for Zoe Wang, what she's going to have to do if she ever wants to give herself a chance of beating Lea right now while she's on a roll is just minimizing her errors. She's been missing a lot of returns and just been missing a lot of easy volleys, so she's going to have to clean that up if she wants to give herself a chance.
That's a pretty shot there off the forehand. From Wang, we'll see if that kind of gives her some momentum. Again, a lot of return errors here for Zoe. If she can clean those up and string together some points here, she should have no shortage of confidence.
Yeah, let's go, Lea.
Really well
Let's
done
go.
by Lea Jansen, being able to come in on the right ball, closing the court off to Zoe Wang and executing a really nice volley.
I think just the control of the direction of the ball. She's, kind of did a nice job of varying cross court and attacking up the line. Just veteran play from Jansen.
Here you go. Let's go.
And overhits that one, does Jansen. Gets Zoe Wang on the board here in game 2.
Point.
That one called wide by Jansen.
Yeah, Jansen controlling the kitchen line very well at that point. Zoe Wang hit some really great passing shots, but the anticipation by Lea was what makes her a vet, Seen a lot. Patterns are everything in singles pickleball. It's really about playing chess out there.
Yeah, nice serve. Let's go.
It was a really nice job on that previous point that Jansen, she got kind of a shorter ball and she didn't have like a huge swing out. She kind of just chipped the return. It didn't, it wasn't, a super fast or spinny shot, but it was deep, and that just gave her as much time as possible to react with the passing shots.
Yeah, that's well said. Yeah, totally.
Goes for the drop volley.
That's a
Not
really
there.
good shot by Zoe Wang. I don't hate the decision by Lea to bring Zoe up to the kitchen line on that, because she was kind of off balance on her backhand side. And so Lea was trying to bring her in and move her, looking for a pop-up maybe. Just couldn't execute there.
Let's go, Lea. Let's go. Yeah. Let's go. Use
Notice how Zoe tried doing the same thing to Lea.
Exactly. But I think it's certainly more in the budget for Jansen, just already having that cushion of winning the first game.
Right.
I think that's a questionable decision, just given where the match is at in its sequencing. If you're Zoe,
I think Zoe's going to need to play plus EV shots.
there's the
Plus expected value. Positive,
Yeah,
Good
let's go.
ball.
high percentage,
Go
high
ahead.
quality decision making, so she can get herself in a rhythm, start feeling it, and then maybe start going for some stuff that maybe when she's feeling good, she makes,
Exactly. We do get another timeout here from Zoe Wang. Jansen leading here in game 2. Took game one, over Zoe Wang 11-6.
The way they do the scores.
Wang just got Jansen off the court. They were able to finish that one.
Yeah, just moving her around. Sometimes that's all it takes. You just have to move your opponent around and look for that opening.
Quick look there at Proton Championship Court. We've got action all day over there. Right now, Jaume Martinez-Vic taking on Jack Sock. That match on Pickleball TV. That's a nice lead there from Jansen, because that did not miss by a lot.
Just eagle vision.
Eagle vision.
There you go.
That was not on my bingo card of grandstand commentary today. I like it.
That's a good outball call. We are sitting here right on the baseline. I did see it long. I would have called it out. Is there a challenge?
So I think it was hard to see that, but we will have one of the referees come over, take another look at it, and we're going to see the angle that we're able to get again with kind of where it's at. So difficult to kind of make that call, but we'll have a come and take a look at it. But tough to make a confident decision.
You know, from my angle, pre-video review, the ball did look out, but from the camera view angle here, it's going to be a tough call.
I know, they have the shitty ass cameras on the court. Yeah.
Looks like this is the only angle. Visually, you know, that's what's tough about these cameras. It's that when the referees look at it, they have to make a call based on what they see.
Let's go!
They are going to overturn the call.
Or they're going to overturn the overrule initially, I believe. Because Jansen was initially overruled with her out call by one of the referees. And then as a result of the challenge from Jansen, the overrule is now out.
Right.
Does that make sense? It did not.
Yeah, let's
The end overrule was now called out.
Yes. So
it was
result of the rally was that it was in fact out.
It was yes.
Wow, English. It was difficult sometimes.
Well, that was a complicated moment.
And Jansen now 5-2. This is a dangerous situation if you're Zoe. Can't let the lead get too much bigger than it already is. Already down a game.
I think for Zoe, if she's wanting to go for stuff right now, she's going to have to go for broke on the serve, go for broke on the return, and just make Lea play.
Can I get it from you?
Make her play.
Yeah, good lead, let's go!
It was a good volley by Lea Jansen. It was a good spot by Zoe Wang.
Just really nice depth on the volley because it looked like, you know, Zoe was going to try and maybe let it bounce, but then it was like just kind of in the transition zone where Wang didn't really know if she should try and maybe take it out of the air.
Yeah, totally.
Thank you.
Great point.
Just the sequence was so good. You had kind of a misfired drop volley from Zoe early in that one, but she hits the second one very, very nicely.
And what changed everything around for Zoe in that point was that backhand flick that she hit, forcing Lea to go back to the baseline, and then chip volleying right after that. So once again, moving Lea around to the open court has been helpful for her.
Just a 1 point advantage for Jansen.
Let's go, Lea. Let's go. Come on.
Lea with a good return.
Lea Jansen up the line. Really not surprising. She is thrilled with that shot. You hear the exclamation. So yeah, in all caps right there.
Right. I'd be fired up if I hit that shot, Will.
I think I'd just be happy I made solid contact with the ball, to be honest. It looked like that volley was going to sail long, but it just stayed in from Zoe.
Good backhand finish by Zoe. Yeah, really good. I mean, I think if Zoe keeps going for broke on her shots and just pushing Lea back more and more, she's gonna find that open court, give herself an opportunity to find some offense. You cannot play passive against someone like Lea. Her passing shots are
Game 2 of this women's singles round of 16 match, 6-6. Zoe Wang looking to force a Game 3 against Lea Jansen. Will Doughton and Nick Black bring you the action on Grandstand.
Let's go. Yeah, come on.
That is the type of point you want to have coming out of a timeout, Nick.
absolutely. I mean, yeah, you want momentum is everything, rhythm is everything. Coming out of a timeout, you want to start off hot, sending a message to your opponent.
Certainly did that there. Just two crisp, clean volleys from the number 3 seed.
Wow, really good by Zoe. I love the decision to go back down the line, forcing Lea to go back on her heels. Because that's where you're going to find a lot of your pop-ups from your opponents, or when they're off balance.
Point well executed from Zoe, and Mr. Turk gives her a 1-point advantage.
Push you back this time, and she did that, and Zoe wasn't ready for that, and just kind of caught her off guard, putting Zoe on her heels. Zoe wasn't able to get the ball back over the net. Just won the point. I mean, that was just a fun point. I mean, you're watching really high quality pickleball. I mean, these two players are strategists. They're not, they're not just going to come out and just body you,
No, they certainly could if they wanted to.
Yeah, I mean, right. They're not going to come out and hit you off the court, though. They're looking for the patterns. They're looking for...
It really feels like as Wang gets that one to fall. I mean, this really should be like a quarterfinal, semifinal match. This is just the round of 16. Just shows the depth that we have in women's singles at this point. It's awesome to see.
It is great to see.
No easy wins in any event. And a almost instantaneous timeout call here from
That
Jansen.
short angle was really good. Well, you know, every point matters.
Every point matters. Wow, the whisper for emphasis. All right, here we go, Nick. You see Jansen there just getting kind of pushed back again. That's, you said it so many times, Nick, just the pressure from Zoe. And a game point now for the 13 seed.
Yeah, come on now. Let's go. Come on.
Wow. It looked like it may have been floating along, but called in there from Zoe. That is one game point saved. Jansen gets the serve back on her paddle.
4-0-1.
Again, that volley again, that Ben Johns-esque slicing volley that we've seen a few times. Gets the job done there. Another game point.
It's just such a good shot because it takes all that pace that Lea hits it off of the ball and forces Lea to have to move her feet. And that's just a hard ball for anyone
Come on
to make.
now,
You know?
let's go,
Not
use
just
it.
Lea. That's just a hard ball for anyone to make.
7-10.
Let's go. Yeah. Go, Lea. Come on.
And a few, it's back-to-back errors from Zoe. As Jansen cuts the lead to just 2, 8-10. I'm sure she would love to get this one finished in 2 games. She's got 2 more matches to play today as well, playing next with No Way Cliff. That's a first-time partnership.
Yeah.
Let's go. Yeah.
Women's doubles with Tina Pisnik. Another missed return there from Zoe. We'll get timeout here from Wang.
Just like that, it's a 1-point game.
So close here in
Be enjoying your time out here, right?
Come on.
Pickleball is everything.
Come on.
Awesome to see the way the sport's
universe.
grown and just the great community pickleball brings to events like
Let's
this.
go.
And
Yeah.
just like that,
Lea,
Lea's
yeah.
tied it up in game 2, looking for a chance to win in the match. Coming down on a 7-10 deficit, that's difficult to do.
Saved 2
Coming
game
back from
points. And she'll look to earn herself a game point here at 10-all.
10-10.
Let's go.
One.
Go,
We
Lea.
talked about the backhand flick from Zoe so many times, and she's hit so many great ones. Tough time to miss one there, Nick.
Yeah, I think that was her first miss, and it's just unfortunate timing that it's at, you know, a 10-10. Looking at losing the match possibly.
Match point here for Lea
I'd
Jansen.
love to see a game 3, wouldn't you?
Let's
As
go.
they say,
Lea.
you can't always get what you want. No game 3
I
to
know.
be found here. Lea Jansen closes